So what did you notice about those 4 chords and how they were moving through the neck of the instrument? They were in fact moving in minor thirds. They were major chords moving in an interval of a minor third to create that sound. We had F major, we had A flat major, B major, and D major cycling around. Now, not only were those major chords, but they were major chords with the 4th in the voicing as well. So instead of just being a straight F major triad with the root, the 3rd, and the 5th, they actually had the root, the 3rd, and the natural 4 in it to give it that kind of crunch. I really love that voicing. So yes, they are major chords, but they are major chords with a little extra flavor, the 4th in the voicing as well as the major 3rd. To me, that does a couple of things. That gives some more interest other than just playing major chords. It also really dictates the fact that when you move from chord to chord, none of them end up being Lydian. None of them have the sharp 11 in them. They are very much 4 separate key centers. They are very much F and A flat and B and D, each with their natural 4 in them. 4 very defined and separate key centers. Now, why am I telling you all this? I'm telling you this because this is the kind of stuff I work on for a multitude of reasons. I'm always looking for discipline and consistency in my playing. That's why I put these play-alongs together for my workout every day. This is kind of a little harmony workout that I've been doing for the past month. I've been experimenting with it. I love the sound of chords that move in both minor thirds, and a little later we'll get onto the interval of major thirds as well. So instead of F to A flat, we'll get F to A natural to D flat or C sharp, and we'll move in major thirds, a whole other dimension, but still sticking with the theme of moving these chord qualities in the interval of some kind of third. I have put together 31 play-alongs for you. They come with a PDF. It's all available for download below in the description of the video. This is something that gives me discipline. I can sit with one of these play-alongs. They're each 5 minutes long. I can sit with one of them each day and know that I'm going to get a ton of consistency and discipline out of that 5 minutes. It's defining at least 5 minutes of my practice routine every day with something that I think is really useful. Of course, you're working on time, you're working on sound. In this case, I'm working on my groove, my pocket. I'm locking in with those drums, with that harmony. Harmony is kind of the key here. This is the thing that bridges the two worlds of groove and of music in general. I'm also working on harmony as much as I'm working on time, sound, and groove, and I'm getting those sounds into my head. They are becoming a natural extension of my vocabulary, not only in my playing, but in my ear training and in my recognition of what those intervals sound like. I cannot stress this enough, that when you're doing anything like this, the quicker you can apply it to things that happen every day around you in your musical world, the better. I'm working on these intervals of major chords moving in minor thirds because I want to be able to recognize that when I listen to music or when I'm in an ensemble in a band situation and I'm reacting to something that's perhaps improvised around me or somebody plays a substitution. I want to be able to identify that and react to it in real time. That is what discipline and consistency, at least for me, gives me in terms of these defined moments in my practice routine. Now, these play-alongs include a multitude of chord qualities. So far, we've just looked at that major chord that has the natural 4 in it as well. Why don't we look at a basic minor 7th voicing that moves in minor thirds. We're going to start out in F minor and move up the neck in minor thirds. Now, an extra piece of discipline that you can build into any of these play-alongs is trying to play the same shape, the same figure, the same phrase on each chord. Find a phrase. So let's take that one idea, move it all the way through these 4 minor 7 chords moving in minor thirds. Maybe I'm allowing myself at the end of the phrase a little fill. Maybe it's just a slide. Maybe it's an extra note or two, but I'm trying to stay really disciplined because guess what? That's what we do as bass players 99% of the time when we're in a band. We're playing a supporting role. We are playing the role of disciplined and consistent musician in the back of the band, holding it all down. So why don't we practice that a lot? It's a great thing for all elements of your playing. Like I said, time, sound, groove, harmony, even melody. And we'll get onto a little bit of that right now, because why not take a melodic idea and do exactly the same thing and move it through those chords. If you have a new phrase that is something associated with a minor 7 chord, it's something you've just transcribed, it's something you've just learned or are learning, use this framework, use these play-alongs, use this PDF to work on that, to work on your consistency and your accuracy as it pertains to the ear. The goal is always to work on your ear, to make this a completely natural extension of your playing, something that happens very much in real time. So now we're moving in major thirds, a completely different feeling, completely different sound, something I love. This time we're using dominant chords. One of the play-alongs here is all about dominant chords with a 13 in them. And here we are starting out in F, and we're moving up to A, and then up to D flat. Now, when you compare that to the minor thirds we've been moving in, that's one sound in minor thirds. Now, major thirds, totally different vibe based off the augmented rather than the diminished, and providing you with a totally different sound. So with these 31 days of harmony workout, there are many different chord qualities. I've got minor 7 in there, as you've heard. I've got this major with the 4th, as you've heard. We've also got that dominant chord with the 13 in it. And I've put some 2 5s in there as well. Another, of course, very popular cadence in modern music. And why not move that in both minor thirds and major thirds? Here are some 2 5s in minor thirds. Now listen to how that contrasts when you play those in major thirds. Totally different vibe. I've really wanted to get some different sounds in there, so there was more than one chord when you move the interval of a minor third or a major third. That's maybe the next level. That's a little bit more advanced. You're moving something other than a single tonality around the instrument. So I, of course, made these play-alongs, this whole harmony workout. For me, it is now yours. It's out there. It's available for download below in the description of the video. Try and set yourself the goal of just 5 minutes a day. One of these play-alongs a day. There are 31 in the package. We move things in minor thirds, in major thirds, all kinds of tonalities. And of course, be adventurous, improvise, try and play melodically, whether it's with your bass lines or whether it's up in the higher register playing a solo. It's a really good barometer of where your ear is and how good you are at connecting ideas from one key to another. And it's going to tell you what you need to work on almost immediately. Just build up your stamina, build up your ability, take it at your own pace, and always play with great time and great sound. I'll see you.